on Cavalier Connection, we'll take you back to what happened over the summer and tell you about the new policy set in place.
Also ahead, we'll see who's running for SGA elections, and later, an update on sports. All this and more as Cavalier Connection begins now.
Built by students, for students. From Darton Student Television, this is Cavalier Connection.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the September episode of Cavalier Connection. I'm Ariel Mallory.
And I'm Jeremy Hayes. Thanks for joining us. In June, Darton State College sent out a press release announcing that the school had received its reaccreditation for another 10 years. What does that mean for students? Ariel Mallory finds out.
This past summer, Darton's accreditation was reaffirmed by the Southern Association of Schools and Colleges. This time last year, SACS made a visit to campus, giving us some minor changes to make.
So what they will do is come in and assess us based upon our performance and what we've committed to doing, again, which is to educate and to make sure that we're in compliance. Made sure that we just stepped up to the plate and we did what we were supposed to do in order to continue to move forward and provide the quality of education that you all are so deserving of.
Accreditation confirms that whenever a student graduates from Darton, their degree will mean something once they leave here.
Accreditation, to me, is a verification of something. Man, if Darton was accredited, I'll probably have to change school because all my class would not count toward me graduating. That'd hurt a lot if it wasn't accredited.
Students at institutions that are not accredited are affected tremendously because they don't have access to financial aid.
We don't get to operate if we don't have this accreditation. It allows our students access to federal financial aid, and without that, we could not operate. So it's very important. It's vital to our lifeline as an institution.
SACS won't be returning back to Darton for another 10 years, so until then, faculty and staff have plenty of time to prepare for their next visit.
It's a collective effort. Each division, each department, they have a role in managing their areas effectively and hopefully in a very superior fashion.
The nursing division also have their own set of standards to meet when it comes to accreditation. They have to create a self-study that lays out all the standards that SACS is looking for.
The program itself is accredited by ACEN, which is the Accreditation Commission for Education and Nursing, and we are also accredited by SACS to offer the baccalaureate degree here at Darton. And so what that self-study does is it takes you through every standard and criteria. The purpose of it is to address all the standards and how we as an institution and how we as a program meet those standards for accreditation.
For Cavalier Connection, this is Ariel Mallory reporting. There are also new faces upstairs in the administration building this fall. Dr. Aaliyah Carter was named Darton's new interim vice president of student affairs. The announcement was made in early July through social media and on the Darton website. Dr. Carter arrives at Darton after serving as Director of Academic Outreach for the College of Education at Wayne State University since 2012. Dr. Carter previously worked at Bowling Green State University and Georgia College. She looks forward to her career here at Darton.
Just looking at the type of institution that Darton is, it's an open access school that provides students sometimes an opportunity that may not have went to a different type of institution to get a really strong academic foundation here and then possibly transition on to something else. And so that was really appealing to me, and I was up for the challenge, so I came aboard.
Former Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Gary Barnett, stepped down to return back to the classroom.
Darton has a new lab on campus that can help you get started on your next assignment. Sam Marshall tells us about the Information Literacy Center.
As Darton students return to campus this fall, they will find a new center dedicated to improving information literacy. The Information Literacy Center is designed to implement the college's quality enhancement plan by helping students obtain, evaluate, and effectively use information.
You know, institutions of higher education are saying, yes, we're teaching students how to learn, but yet employers are saying, well, but they're graduating, they're lacking a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills. And then through the process of creating the quality enhancement plan, there was a decision to maybe convert what was called the reading lab into the Information Literacy Center.
The Information Literacy Center is still a part of learning support and also services English and first-year experience classes. According to Information Literacy Center Director Joanne Mullis, the center is open to any student seeking help with research or reading.
Here in the Literacy Center, we're helping people with reading and writing and finding the information that's available when they're doing research projects. So we offer a lot more than what we used to offer.
Mullis and the Literacy Center also work to improve writing by teaching students how to effectively sort information. The Literacy Center functions as a reading lab, a computer lab, and also a library.
They can find research, do research. We're here to help them with their research. We also serve the first year experience class. We have library orientations in here where they'll understand what to do with the library. They can come here anytime to get help with their assignments. We also serve students with reading problems or slight deficiencies. They can come and we will assist them and help them to learn to read better. We even have high interest novels that they can check out and read. So we're kind of like a library in a little bit of a sense.
The Information Literacy Center is located beside the library in G132 and is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For Cavalier Connection, I'm Sam Marshall reporting.
Changes have taken place over in the Humanities building. Learning support math students have a few new options this school year. Jeremy Hayes finds out about the changes.
This semester, students will notice a few changes to the Learning Support Division. Darton is starting a pilot program that will work to better serve students who fall under Learning Support. Elizabeth Perkins, Dean of Humanities and Learning Support Division, explains the new changes.
The reading and English class have been combined, so we have a new class called Foundations for English Composition, and it's English 0989. And students can test either into the Foundations course, or they can test directly into English 1101, even if they're in learning support, by taking English 1101 and a new class called Support for English Composition, English 0999. So depending on your English or reading score, you may be placed into one or the other. For math, we have two new pathways, and that's really our biggest change for math. So for students who are following certain majors who can take quantitative reasoning, they will take, if they test into learning support, they'll take Math 0987, which is Foundations for Quantitative Reasoning. Or if you are following the college algebra track, you'll still stay with the Math 0097 followed by 0099.
Students that are already enrolled in Learning Support will also notice some changes, including phasing out the exit compass test. Students that were enrolled in Math 97 during the 2014 spring and summer semesters had the chance to switch to quantitative reasoning.
Students no longer have to take the compass test to exit reading, English, or math. That's a big change, and they're pretty excited about that. Yeah. The other big change is that for this past spring and summer only, we allowed students to go from Math 0097, who had passed with an A, B, or C, directly into quantitative reasoning if their major allowed it. So we're not doing that past registration day in August. But that was a really big change, and we had several students who were able to get out of learning support that way.
For students who are enrolled in Learning Support, the rules for suspension have not changed.
So the learning support suspension rules are still intact. If you are in the Math 0097 and 0099, then you have 3 attempts, just like you always did. If you are in Math 0987, the Foundations for Quantitative Reasoning, you only have 2 attempts. And if you are in Foundations for English Composition, you have 2 attempts as well. If you enroll directly into the co-requisite piece, you have unlimited attempts, but so you won't get suspended, but you will receive Fs if you don't pass the class.
If students have questions about Learning Support, they should contact their advisors or go to the Learning Support Division office in F101 or give them a call at 229-317-6556. For Cavalier Connection, this is Jeremy Hayes reporting.
After the break, we'll see who's running for SGA office and hear about the young Cavalier that visit the campus this summer.
All that and more ahead on Cavalier Connection.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back. While many Darton students enjoyed their summer off, several future Cavaliers was on campus keeping busy. Brianna McClain tells us all about Darton's summer camp.
Summer may bring an end to the school year for some Darton students, but for the younger students in Albany, it is just the beginning.
We offer summer camps for our young students in the community as a way, first of all, to have fun during the summer when they're out for school. So we also offer a variety of camps for students to just go around and stimulate their brain in different activities.
Darton offers a variety of summer camps that range from athletics to science to learning about babysitting to dance and theater.
Students are able to do some science camps to learn about different things in science, plant life, animal life. We also offer camps with music and theater.
What they're going to get out of it is working together on teams, get inspired by science and technology, and first and foremost, have fun as well.
The babysitting summer program at Darton gives kids the chance to become certified by the American Red Cross and learn how to save lives.
What we're doing in this class is learning CPR, the use of an AED, and how to help a choking victim, conscious and unconscious. And we're doing this for the adult, for the child, and for the infant.
Other unique programs here consist of American Girl Camp, Science Exploration, and the Lego Camp.
We wanted to do something fun for the girls from ages 5 to 12, and we just came up with an American Girl camp. We want them to gain a knowledge of what it was like living a long time ago with the dolls.
The Science Exploration Camp gives kids the chance to put their brains to work while having fun at the same time.
This was just a really good way to encourage them to be busy doing something that was educational, but it was fun.
Each year, Darton State College's continuing education and economic development go through planning to make sure that everything runs smooth for summer.
We found out area expertise that many people have and what they may be able to offer to the different students in the community. So we began that early in the year, maybe January, finding out what we could offer to students, what's needed in the community.
The Continuing Education and Economic Development Center continues its work throughout the school year. To get more information, contact 229-317-6730.
Nikki Pope talks to freshmen about their first experiences as college students.
Darton first-year students explain why they chose to come to Darton.
I chose Darton because, honestly, I heard it was a good college, and I heard a lot of people from overseas, from Canada, California, everywhere. They come here to go to school. So I like, well, hey, why not?
It's a smaller community. It's a lot of good things to do in the area, and it's a very nice campus, good programs.
First-year students told us about their different experience for their first week of college life.
It was okay, although it was 2 days. Was it 3? Well, it was 2 days for me because I don't have class on Fridays. So it was kind of laid back, cool, nice. It was all right.
It's going great. There's a lot going on, very busy, a lot of schoolwork.
Freshmen had many different experiences transitioning into college life.
It was a big change, meeting a lot of people, and we getting way more work.
My transition, it was hard. It was hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a new life. You know what I'm saying? You're not sheltered by your parents no more. You got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's cool. It's all right.
It was a little difficult. I was homeschooled in high school, so this is a totally new ball field for me.
For Cavalier's Connection, this is Nikki Pope.
The Honors Club offers students an extra challenge and a little more incentive. Ariel Mallory finds out more about what the Honors Program has to offer.
Students have many options when it comes to joining clubs and organizations here at Darton, but those wanting a little extra incentive should look into joining the Honors Program.
The Honors Program is a wonderful customized program that provides honors classes for students who are looking for a little more challenge in their classes. We take wonderful trips each semester. We've gone everywhere from Orlando to Stone Mountain, and we want to give students a variety of experiences.
Although being in the Honors Program challenges students more academically, they offer a $200 stipend each semester to keep students involved.
We know that honors students have a lot on their plates, and we want to give them some type of initiative, letting them know that we appreciate and recognize all of the efforts that they put into their classes. And because they have to do off-campus activities, on-campus activities, be involved in the community, we want them to have some type of incentive to continue in the program.
Students get several volunteer opportunities throughout the year and the chance to interact with other people on the same path as they are.
Just provides you with an opportunity to explore and meet different people from different backgrounds and relate with them kind of on the same level of education and moving towards one goal.
Both my brother and sister run it, so I knew about it before coming to Darton, and then also just the opportunities for volunteering and scholarships and things like that. I think it's important just to, it gives you that extra incentive to do well, and it lets you meet other people who are on the same path as you, things like that.
For Cavalier Connection, this is Ariel Mallory reporting. SGA elections have begun. Sam Marshall gives us a look at who's running for office.
Once again, the time has come to elect new student government officers. Darton students have the opportunity to vote for this year's class president, secretary, and vice presidents of student, academic, and business affairs. SGA Club Advisor Gil Mora encourages students to understand the importance of voting.
It's very important because you're going to elect the person who is going to be your voice with the administration of Darton State College. Our mission is to help students with some issues. If they have any problem or if they want to improve anything on campus, they can run their problem or their new idea through us.
SGA representatives help students improve their Darton experience by presenting their ideas to the administration. SGA also approves clubs on campus.
They approve every single organization on campus. So if you want to start a new club or organization, you have to go through SGA.
Darton students can vote for their favorite candidate September 4th through the 10th. The SGA swearing-in ceremony is September 12th at 12 p.m.
If any ideas require someone on top to approve, you really want to run that with SGA.
For Cavalier Connection, this is Sam Marshall reporting.
After the break, we'll take a look at a new policy set in place in the Writing Center.
The fall season is underway for Darton Athletics. The first highlights are coming up next after the break.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. drive responsibly.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
The cross-country team is anxious to compete for its 6th consecutive region title this year. Fred Nunali takes us to their first meet.
Darton College got off to a fiery start this fall in cross-country. Several teams gathered together to battle the speedy Cavaliers in the 8,000-meter run. The Lady Cavaliers also took on several female teams. All in all, Cavaliers came out on top. Men runners David Thornton, Austin Stewart, Jose Batista coming in first, second, and third place. Second place winner Austin Stewart said he was motivated by team effort and he expects Darton to come in first place this year as well.
It was mainly just for the team, and that's what helped motivate me to make sure we got the job done. I think we're going to have a pretty good shot to go to nationals, and when we run at nationals, we have a good shot to come in first place.
Well, they did very well. We're on the way. We got a few guys that got to train a little harder. We're trying to get ready for nationals. I got 3 guys really strong. I guess you saw that. They took first, second, and third. We're running against 4-year schools, so we beat both of them. But yeah, the key and my girls, they're coming on. So we're doing all right. It's first meet. Last season, well, I got 4 guys back, and they're doing well. I got some freshmen, which I got to get them broke in. That was my 5th, 6th, and 7th man, and it's going to be key what they do, at least by the end of the season, but I got a couple months to get them ready.
This is Cavalier Connection.
The men's soccer team enters the season ranked 8th in the nation. Their first home game is up against Georgia Military. Here are some highlights.
Darton was ready to face off Georgia Military for the first home region game of the season. Early in the game, Nick Musambi passes it from the corner to Brianna Lamarice. It's 1-0 Darton. Minutes later, Brianna Lamarice kicks a deep shot in the goal. It's 2-0 Darton early. Then we have Ashley Ramirez with a lead pass to Lamarice for the tap-in. It's 3-0 Darton. The Lady Cavs will go ahead with the win 11-0 over Georgia Military. Now on the guys' side of things, they was ready to face Georgia Military as well. Seconds after the start, Shaquille Holder with a fancy kick to Matthias Arroyo for the early 1-0 lead. It was only 1-1 at halftime due to great defense on both ends, but Darton wins 4-2. From Cavalier Connection, this is Jeremy Hayes reporting.
The Writing Center has new policies set in place this semester. Ariel Mallory has a story.
Many students here on campus use the Writing Center to get help with the papers and assignments they turn in. In the past, they would drop their paper off and pick it up within the next few days. Now they have to stick around for a little while.
The new way is that you come in and you have a conference right on the spot. We sort of do it in real time. You come in, you don't have to wait 2 days for your stuff. You come in, you sit down, and we give you up to 30 minutes of consultation or tutoring or whatever you want to call it, right there on the spot.
Some students may find sitting down and conferencing to be less convenient, but student worker Danielle Haynes feels it will be more beneficial for the students.
I think it's more convenient because they get to sit down with a writing consultant. Probably just with the whole coming in, signing your paper in and leaving and coming and picking it up, it's not as convenient that way because you have to stay and have your conference. But I think it's more helpful in the long run to them.
Usually you'll fill out a paper and they'll call you back to revise your paper. This time you sit down with them and they go over it with you the first time around. I get a better understanding and I know what to do instead of just looking over it on the paper.
For Cavalier Connection, this is Ariel Mallory reporting. That wraps up this episode of Cavalier Connection. You can stay connected with us by liking our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Cavalier Connection.
To watch all of our videos, you can look up our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/DartonStudentMedia. I'm Jeremy Hayes.
And I'm Ariel Mallory. Thanks for joining us here at Cavalier Connection, and we'll see you soon.